Hello everyone and welcome back to Adventures with Clive. And we left off with us coming out of this mouth of the cave. And we got here from the Open Hand Temple where we were investigating a series of murders. And if you look at our map, we can kind of see where we are at now. And we're kind of trying to track down what happened to the leader of the monks from the temple. And this all started with one of the monks asking us to investigate. And so we did find a trail of blood that led us underground. And we can now see these footsteps and they're kind of leading off to the left here. So if we go this direction, there's not really much. It kind of dead ends over here, but there are a couple of things you can loot. Some chests and stuff. I think we'll probably bypass that area for now. Nothing really of importance over there. And it shows us that in order to find out where the Open Hand Temple murderer went, we need to go to this direction. And so it tells us to investigate Frago's Flophouse, which I think actually might be above us. I think it's probably above us. So the person that did commit the murders just went up somewhere, but I don't think there's any way up there. Yeah, I don't see any like vines or anything to climb. But we can continue this way. And really the only thing you want to do on this side, there's a couple of additional illithid powers you can get from over here. Or I guess illithid worms. And there's a little bit of kind of lore and the start of a small quest if you go this direction. Now up here it takes you back to the city. So this is where, if we go up this way, we're going to head back down towards this area, which is where the city is. So that's the way out, and if we continue on, we kind of go to this little, I guess, side harbor area. And you want to be careful because there are a lot of traps coming up. So as you approach this area, you kind of see that there's these bodies. And you see this like tripwire here and the steam cloud. So we get the sense that there's something going on by this scene. And yeah, if we get close enough, you will start spotting these landmines. So what we want to do, this is a little bit of a tedious thing to do, but just take somebody through that has a pretty good perception and kind of just slowly walk them through, because there's different things here. It's like these vents. You can close the vents by throwing stuff on top of these. And yeah, now we can see there's a tripwire here. And there's a landmine. And there's more. Yeah, I think once we get past this body right here, we should be fine. But we gotta walk everybody through one at a time. Alright, that's the first round. Second round is like right here. But there's a body here, a guy that's right here. Let's talk with him.
My legs. Can't feel them. Tell the others. Let the boss know.
This man is not long for this world.
Okay, we can ask him a question. He's not going to be able to answer too many things because he is about to pass away, so let's just ask him who his boss is.
Stone Lord. He'll sort this. He'll get him.
You hear the blood gurgle in his struggling lungs. His last ounce of strength is spent.
Yeah, and he passes away. We can loot him. Not really much there. Oh, I'm encumbered again. Let's just get rid of some of this stuff. Okay. Alright, the next section is going to be this one, and there's a lot of traps in here. The easiest thing to do is actually just fly around. You can just fly up here, and then just fly over here. Hope we did get a save, because we're getting close to that section there. Yeah, what I'll do is I'll just get everybody over here and then kind of speed this up a little bit. Alright, so we got everybody together and made it past the traps there, so we can move on. There's some stuff you can loot back there. There's also chests. Yeah, so she recognizes the ship from Moonrise Tower. And we can go this way. And as we get closer, we can see that there are two different groups here. And these two different groups are arguing. And based on what that guy said that we met earlier, he is a part of the Stone Lords, which is a new group. And you can just watch them. You can just stealth and watch them fight. And I believe the other group is the Thieves Guild. And you can side with them. I think automatically you side with the one that's you're closest to. So by default, we are closest to the Thieves Guild. So by default at this point, we would be sided with the Thieves Guild. And in most cases, those are the ones that get taken out. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll just let them fight it out, and then we can head in after they are done. And if they fight us, then we'll just fight them back and take them out and clean this area up. Okay, so the combat did move towards us, and it did pull us all into combat, so now we have to fight them. And this guy is trying to attack us with a spell. I think it's a Hunter's Mark, so we just hit him with like a backlash. We don't have to counterspell that, it's kind of a waste of counterspell. So let's not react with that. And the group from the Stone Lord is assuming that we are part of the Thieves Guild, and so they're attacking us as if we were a part of their group. Yeah, let me get Will into combat. Yeah, this should be a pretty straightforward fight. They did take some damage from the previous fight. And I think everybody's gone. Well, there's one person left from the Thieves Guild, and they'll probably be gone after this round goes off. So yeah, it should be a pretty straightforward fight. Just check out the casters, I guess, first, and then everybody else. Okay, so we did take down all these people. Well, we took down half the people because the other half was taken out by the Stone Lords, or I guess the representatives of the Stone Lord. And yeah, this is the Thieves Guild, and even if you side with them and help them out, and you save a bunch of them, it's not going to matter too much. The outcome will still be very similar. So what we want to do is go on to the boat here, and on the boat there's going to be some tadpoles, some elder tadpoles that came from Moonrise Tower. You can also kind of tell that boat also has that fog around it still from the Cursed Lands. Alright, so in the storage box here, there are 2 tadpoles that we can get. And there's also a ship manifest. And the ship's manifest will give us some information about what happened on the boat. And it's just a warning to not look at the goods from the Stone Lord. That's really all it is. And there is another chest up here that you can grab stuff from. It's random loot. So if you did save the Thieves Guild, they give you a lot more information about what's been going on and how this new group has come in and tried to take over their territory. And you also get some more information from the notes that you find on the guild members. So there's quite a bit there actually if you want to read through all that stuff, and you get the sense that the guild is concerned about this new group, and they actually are helping the cultists though, so which is concerning as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to just loot everything around here, and then I will head back into town, sell some stuff, and then we will meet up after that. Alright, we did make it back, and a couple of things I wanted to mention was that there is actually another tadpole. And if you look at our map, it's going to be around here somewhere. There's going to be a tadpole on top of a barrel, so you can just grab that tadpole. There's actually a little cave right here too, so you can go into the little cave and there's like one item in there. Not really much of importance. So if we walk by, we're going to walk over here, and there is this well. And down the well, we'll see like a lot of bodies and stuff. And there's some stuff you can loot down there, which I'll get to in a little bit later. There's nothing else. There's actually another way into this area, and we'll go to that way later. So I'll show you the side way into this area, but we'll go down that later. It's just loot. There's nothing really of importance down there. So what we want to do is we want to go to this place, and this is the post house, and so it says the Sword Coast Couriers. And go in here. And let's talk to this guy. Get my conversationalist.
Welcome to Sword Coast Couriers. To send and to serve. Delivery not guaranteed.
Wait, not guaranteed?
Well, we've had to change the policy. Hard to send letters by road when there's a rampaging army of fanatics bearing down on you. I'll tell you, it's left me in a right pickle. I've sent what I can by pigeon, but now something's attacking them and all. Become a postmaster, Danzo. It'll be easy. Nobody mentions having to spend your evenings hunting for pigeon carcasses, do they?
You sense there's more to his anxiety than a few missing letters.
What's really going on here?
One of the missing letters is my own correspondence. A personal matter, nothing serious. But you can understand if people think I can't even deliver my own letters, I'd be finished.
Alright, any idea where the birds went missing?
Not the foggiest. Normally they fly true as an elven arrow. Something nearby is snatching them, I can tell you that much.
Alright. Do you want me to track down your letter?
You do that? Well, if it's not too much bother, yes, I'd appreciate the help. Bring me the letter, unopened of course, and I'll happily compensate you for your troubles.
Okay, so we have the quest now to find the letters. And it's actually not too hard to get to this. We just go over here. And on the roof of the monastery, this is the open hand temple here. We can just hop up, fly up here. And if you don't fly, there's another way up. I can show you that in a second. You have to go through the place. Let's make sure everybody gets up here. I think Will. Where's Will at?
Blade at the ready.
Okay, let's get Will up here. There's always one person that gets stuck behind. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why. Carlac, there we go. Alright, everybody's here. So up here, we can see like there's these birds and feathers and stuff. And yeah, it seems like the characters recognize this. There's a cat here, Tresson. And we could talk to the cat. And you could see there's also like dead feathers here. So we kind of get an idea that this is where the pigeons ended up at. So let's talk to the Tresson.
Yeah.
You notice the Tresson guards a shiny ring and stack of letters at its feet.
Alright, and we can try to get the ring from him. It's quite a nice ring you have there. What are you going to do with it?
That's for me to know, isn't it?
And yeah, we can do persuasion check. I could really use such an artifact in my fight against evil.
Ugh. Take it. Curse this bleeding heart of mine, but use it well, you hear?
Alright, about the missing pigeons in the post house.
What of them? I don't dirty my paws for anything less than pheasant, I'll have you know.
Alright, and then I'll happily leave you be as soon as I find out what happened to those pigeons.
If it'll hasten your departure... I ate the pigeons. Are you satisfied? I prevaricated before. Pigeon is my second most favorite meat.
Those letters are important. You shouldn't be eating their messengers.
Importance is relative. A letter may be important to one. A growling belly may be more important to another. But let's not get bogged down in semantics. I believe you were just leaving, weren't you? Ta!
I'm not leaving till you agree to stop hunting those pigeons.
In service of not having to make any further conversation with you, I concede. I'll be on my way then. There are a few places in the city I'd like to visit. I might have sussed some interesting items I'd rather like to get my paws upon. If I find anything interesting, I might even be willing to barter. Might. Ta-ra. Away.
Okay. So we got the Ring of Blink. And also the bundle of missing letters here. And that's what we came up here for. And there's also another thing over here. There's this Postmaster's Shipment Inquiry. And you have an option. you sense that he was having a problem, like an anxiety about these letters going missing. And so you can read some of these things. So there's this letter here, which gives you a little bit of information about like what could potentially be going on. And so you see the Danzo is the signature of this. And then the bundle of letters, you can open that up, and this will lead to more information if you want to do this. It's not the only way to get this information, but this is a easy way to get the information. And of course, the postmaster won't be very happy that you open those letters. So it's up to you if you want to open them. I'm going to not open them for now, even though we did pick up on his anxiety about something that he was discussing. Or like one of the letters inside of that bundle. Alright, so let's head on over and talk with him again since we've solved his mystery. And the only downside if you open the letters is he doesn't give you as much money for solving this.
Don't suppose you've stumbled across those letters yet?
Is this the letter you were looking for?
Thank the gods. Unopened as well. Oh, what a relief. My customers will be most pleased. Here's your fee. As promised.
Alright, so we got 329 gold. And yeah, that's a quick little quest. Get some XP. And alright, I think that's it for this area. So we can go down there, but that's fine. I'll go down there later. It's not really much in there that we need to look at. We do get a save. And okay, so this section here, we see these steel watchers. These people are guarding this area, and I would avoid any of these guys if you can. They're gonna try to keep everybody out. It's very hard to get through this area by talking, but you can get through this area by just going around. So it's down here. There's like a little walkway. You can climb down here. And yeah, we got somebody picked up this cave entrance here, and this cave entrance takes us back down to where the well is. So you could go through this area too, and this is like another way down. What is Will doing? Is he stuck? Is he on the roof? He's on the roof. Okay. Yeah, somebody's always going to be stuck somewhere. And hopefully he'll show up.
Another step forward.
If not, we can just pick up on this portal up here. So we can just jump. Oop, it's doing some weird stuff with the camera. Yeah, we can jump over here, or you can fly. It doesn't matter. Just whatever you have. Very easy to jump over here. And we're now kind of in the area that we need to be in. Alright, let's go up the ladder. And you can just climb up these boxes right here and get up to this section. So yeah, it doesn't really require that much. You don't have to fly to get over here. And we're now in the actual south span. And there is this portal here. So everybody can get here. Alright, so we do have a quest here for Will. So let's talk with Will real quick.
Men, women, children, all barred from entry. A damn travesty.
A decade ago, Baldur's Gate would have welcomed any and everyone seeking refuge. Who would take in these souls, if not the Jewel of Baldurin?
What a shame. Baldur's Gate has a responsibility to the people in need.
As long as Gortash is in charge, they'll be left shivering at the gates. All part of the plan, of course. Step 1. Create an army and order it to march on the city. Step 2. Shut the gates in the name of security. Step 3. Bask in the applause. Gortash hasn't made Baldur's Gate safe. He's made it a prison. And when his army breaks through, the people will have nowhere to run. To make this city a safe haven, we'll need to bathe Gortash and his allies in their own blood.
Alright, and we can just leave here. So
Can't give up now.
that's one part of getting into the city. There's another gate even further up here. That's going to also be guarded. It's going to be even harder to get through. So here in this part, we do have this part of the quest for the open hand temple murders. And there's also a few vendors around here you can talk with. So let's go in here. And where we want to go is upstairs. There's some people in here. And let's go through this way. Actually, no, it's not in here. It is right there. There it is, the ladder. Alright, and there's going to be this wardrobe that's locked. Everybody's going to catch up here, I think. Yeah, there we go. So we click on the wardrobe, and we have the key already. This is the same key. The flower key. This is what that guy told us about. And yeah, there's a lot of information in here. There is this bloodstained parchment. And this is like a list of people that they want to take out. So that updates that quest. You definitely want to grab this item. And of course we can see that there's like temple plans. And it talks about, that's the temple down there that they attacked just a little bit ago. And there's this chain in here, some blood, and also a bloodstained note. Some more information. And let's pick this up. And of course there's like other things we can like loot and check out. Those are the important things. So this also is another clue.
Notice some blood has pooled on the wooden floor.
So we can do our ranger survival check. Yes, pretty easy.
You notice the blood's source. A body hidden under the bed.
Let's pull the body out. And with this body here, Ifyon. And Ifyon has a key. And so we have another clue. So we can go back through these doors. You can loot stuff up in here if you want. And yeah. So the next part of this quest is to go outside and look at the map. There is the investigator is going to be in this area here. So let's go talk to the investigator. And he should give us some more, I guess, insight. And this is a good way to get into the city, is by doing this. And so he is in the Sheriff's Caress. We have to do something else in here too. There's a couple of things you gotta do in here. But talking with this guy is gonna be the most important thing right now. And let's get somebody that has some conversational skills.
Another case closed, another bottle open. Huzzah to Valeria! Hang on a tick. I recognize that face. You were talking to Yanis after I left the temple. I'll bet she's put you up to something.
Yeah. I'm afraid so. I found new evidence, investigator.
Why must you busybodies insist on interrupting a perfectly good night? I know that look. You remind me of Devella. Fine. If you doubt my conclusions, out with it. What have you found?
Alright, so there's a lot of information you can get from here. And yeah, I found the murder weapon you missed in the tunnel under the temple.
That's quite the discovery. Doesn't tell me everything though. Why was Lorgan killed?
And I assume for the same reasons all the other people on the target list, to gain Baal's favor.
Really? You as well? Devella's been harping on about Baal for months. Fancies herself something of an expert. I assumed it was just a bunch of conspiracy codswallop and fear-mongering. But she's been unusually insistent about this one, even for her. Oh, fine. I'll bite. What's your theory?
It's not a theory, I have proof. The document contains information connecting the murderers to the Baal's resurgence.
No need to wave documents at me. I'm already drowning in paperwork as it is. Constable Devella is going to be a real pain in the trunk about this. Since you seem to be on an obnoxiously similar wavelength, why don't you seek her out? She'll be at the Elf Song Tavern. Show her the list, and I'll stay and inform the Fist here. Oh, and you'll need this pass. It'll give you access to the lower city. Well, what are you waiting for? You've a bloody conspiracy to solve. Move!
Alright, and that's completed that particular part. And yeah, we did get this lower city pass, and this pass will let us bypass the checks. If not, it's not hard to get through. Actually, it's actually fairly easy, but you do have to go into the prison, and that's going to be a place we need to go regardless. But this will just give us a little bit of a extra way to get into the city and kind of bypass, I guess, the interaction with Gortash. Because there will be an interaction with Gortash, like we've been having interactions with Orin throughout this area. And you kind of pick up a sense of like them fighting. But yeah, that's going to be it though. We did get to the conclusion of the murders that happened in the Open Hand Temple. We didn't make it into like deeper into the city. So now this is like the main shop area for Rivington, and this is the outskirts of the Wyrm's Rest area. And of course we made it past the blockade, so we're now able to get further and deeper into the city with that pass, and that pass is going to be key in getting us all the access that we need into the rest of Baldur's Gate. So that's going to be it. I thank you for watching. I appreciate all the support, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.